What's up, everyone? Today's topic is gonna be how difficult it is to do these videos, man. And the only reason why I say that because a lot of people ask me, "Hey, coach, I want to start my YouTube channel. I want to share messages and stuff that I know." And as soon as they kick it off, as soon as they start, I mean, they start having second thoughts. It's not as easy as it seems. At first, it is. It sounds cool. It sounds, oh man, exciting, but you know, uh, sometimes, the reason why a lot of people are tapping out is like they're forgetting about, what they're doing it for. If you're trying to come in here and sound like a pro or sound like this person that, is far past, your knowledge, your wisdom, your life experience is not going to sound right. You're going to come off, sideways. You're going to start, causing a lot of self-doubt, because you're gonna not like how you sound. Obviously, if you stick to what you know, what you went through, it's just gonna be authentic. People are gonna connect with that. And this video is just for others that trying to start their own YouTube channel and share what they know and what they learn, and what the struggles are when you get to the point of like running out of content. Knowing how to articulate a message. They always ask me, like, do you struggle? Do you have any problems, putting out videos? I'm like, absolutely, man. Like every human does. It's not that you don't know what to say. It's like you have to be able to articulate it, and you have to be able to put it together in a way that people are going to be able to relate with and connect with. Yeah, we know so much, and sometimes we talk out of emotions. I talk out of excitement, emotions, a lot of energy that I have, and you get all tangled and twisted. So you're gonna get better at it. I still do it all the time. When I'm trying to talk about a topic, or any problems that people are having in life that I know or that I've been through, I just gotta sit with it and not think so much, because you start having a lot of self-doubt, and start criticizing yourself of like, oh man, maybe it's not gonna sound right, or maybe this is not gonna sound good, or it's not as impactful. Or you finish the video and then you watch it again, and now you're like, oh, I could have said this, I should have said this. And the whole point here is that it's like everything in life, you're gonna get better at it as you keep doing it. It's repetition. So the topics is, they never get old. What you gotta do, and what I'm learning and what I'm actually applying, is that you could always bring that topic back, and pick up where you left off, and put more into it. Be able to explain it better, because it's about knowing how to explain and how to provide the solution with steps that they could start taking towards the solution on any problem that they're dealing with. You got to give them a solution of how you got out of that, or how were you able to flip that mindset, or create it that the different person that's needed. Where was that mindset shift? So you need to know, and be able to connect with them and guide them of like how you do it. How was it that you were able to pull it off? That's what I'm saying. So you just got to teach them what you did to get that outcome that you're trying to put out there, or that you're trying to share with your viewers. And like I said, I ain't no pro. I ain't no a person of like that has these linguistic abilities, or that a good motivational speaker. I'm just a good listener, and I observe a lot. And throughout life, it's just I'm sharing what I went through. Obviously, that's why a lot of people could relate with, because it's real. They feel it. If it's coming from the heart, if it's coming from the pain that you went through, it's just you expressing it, and just having control as you do it. Because a lot of times people cannot relive the past. If I seen it, and sometimes, at the beginning, I was starting to experience that as I was telling my story, and I was reliving these painful moments, and, talking about it. It's just, you start leaving a lot out. You start having second thoughts about talking about it, because you feel uncomfortable. You start feeling uncomfortable. You start trying to like find other words, so you actually do not really telling the actual story. You're just being around the bush, and that's another reason why a lot of people, they just set themselves up. They just find it that it's so complicated, it's so hard, because they're trying to articulate the message differently, where you should just lay it on the table. It's the experience that you went through. Obviously, you overcame it, and obviously, it's going to help somebody else, that's going through that same issue that you had years ago. And that's what it's all about, giving the solutions, to their problems on something that you did. It's the same thing that I do here with the mindset, fitness, nutrition. It's things that I was able to, overcome, and that I learned through working on myself, and digging deeper into what personal development really is. What is personal development? How do I attain personal development? What do I gotta do to start working on myself? What's the steps that I gotta take? All that is what you gotta piece together and share with people, and that's why we're providing a service here, so we could be more detailed about it, or coach them one-on-one, and you're able to explain it better, and in your platform or whatever you got going on. So, like I said, this video was for a lot of people that are hitting me up, on my live Q&As, that are pumped up. They're, willing to, help others. And they tell me they have this cool story. They had this hard life, this tough life, but once they get in the camera, it's just everything shuts down. They forget about everything. What they thought they were going to say, it just doesn't manifest, and they don't know what's going on. The thing is that you're thinking about it too much, and you got to start, like I told them, you got to, walk before you run. Same thing as, crawling before you walk. There's levels to this, and the only way you're going to get better is like, going step by step, not rushing the process, not sounding more like, someone that you're not. That's a big mistake also. More than what you know. There's going to be a lot of confusion within yourself if you don't know what you're talking about. So you got to know yourself. You have to know yourself very well. You have to know what you're trying to sell, or what you're trying to put out there, or for people to be able to connect with, and find it that it's real and it's truthful. And authenticity, it plays a big role. Just being you, that's it. Just be who you are, and it's I'm a work in progress. I'm progressing every day, getting better at it every day, but sometimes I get stuck, especially when the days that you don't feel like doing it. You just been overwhelmed with a lot of work, or even like you're in a bad mood, and now you're not committed to what you said you were going to do. You start convincing yourself why you're not going to do it, and then you fall off. A lot of people, they just don't get it. They don't get it that it's not about you no more. It's about the message that you're putting out there to help others. Because if you make it about you, you're still caught up on your feelings. You're still running on emotions. You're in control. So how can you talk about self-mastery at its finest if you haven't even mastered self? You can't even control yourself. You cannot even take your own advice on what you're trying to tell others to do in their life. So we always gotta check ourselves, and remind ourselves that it's not about us. Sometimes you just gotta come out and speak what you know, and give it all you got, and hopefully you could help one person. One person at a time. That's make it a goal. Don't think that you're gonna come and knock it off the park, because you'll be delusional to think that you could just come in and not put in the work. And that's what you guys got to tell yourself all the time, that in this life, when you want something, and that person has what you want, if you were to ask them, because that's the last thing people do is ask, did you even ask him how long he's been in the game that you're comparing yourself to that person? And they have no idea. I'm like, well, okay, well, that person you're comparing yourself with spent 10 years in the game. Well, no shit. Of course, he's gonna look better, feel better. He has more confidence. He has more experience on what he's doing or what you're trying to do. He earned that spot. He earned that, that level of, recognition. So the whole key here is just knowing where you're at, knowing that you know what, if you don't stop, eventually, you're gonna be there. You're gonna, that's it's waiting for you. I haven't heard of anybody that been putting in the work and they got nothing in return. That's how life works here, man. The more you give, the more you put out there, it'll come back tenfold. Like I said, keep on running it in. Don't make it about you. Let's run it.